On to you, Virgos. So you Virgos have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Sun card. I think from what I'm seeing, well, not I think I know, from what I'm seeing, you Virgos are very much so enjoying your life. A lot of you are in touch with a few people that strike your fancy, you know what I mean, that you can get to know and get to know somebody. The Ten of Pentacles and the Sun card is about you also getting to know, just kind of reacquainting yourself to your family members, you know, becoming more acquainted with your family members, becoming understanding that your family is important to you. And the Sun card represents, you know, because they are an important part of your family. They are an important part of your life, excuse me. And whether you're going after, whether it's your blood relatives or whether it's your romantic interests, you want that family unit. You want that family ties, right? To that familial connection with people. And the Sun represents, a lot of you Virgos are able to have that. Very much so. A lot of you Virgos are very well off emotionally. You have a lot of people that love you. And a lot of you Virgos, you know, feel that. You feel that to where you can actually afford to be yourself, you know, because in the picture, what do you see? You see a little one, you know, kind of, you know, unfortunately, but with you know what you see, but has the cape on and has the horse, basically, you know what I mean? But what does it represent? It represents freedom. It represents the realization, not only just freedom, but the realization of freedom, because you can physically be free to do most of the things that you want, but at the same time, right, where people not gonna handcuff you or hem you up for it. But if you're mentally caught up, then that could be a problem. That could be a problem, you know what I mean? Because now that a lot of you Virgos are understanding that you have a lot of love around you. Huh? What'd you say? You have the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands is about you Virgos understanding that you're just, you know, I don't even know how to explain it. You're just in a Zen space, you know, real calm. Me too. You know, as a Virgo myself, I could speak directly to this, you know, real Zen, because a lot of you, because one thing that I've noticed is that when a Virgo needs their imagination is what I'm starting to realize too. Virgos need their imagination, because their imagination and their ability to think and kind of be distant as far as spiritually from the world and be in their own world and be in their own mind. We get that from Pisces. That's from our Pisces polarity, right? Because Pisces represents that mind, fantastical fantasy, not necessarily illusions, because a fantasy is not an illusion. An illusion is a delusion, but a fantasy is like possibilities and creativity, but it's just not necessarily written down or like concrete in physical reality or anything like that. But I'm realizing myself, being a Virgo myself and experiencing this and watching the cards, like Virgos kind of need that level of ability to be imaginative. And that's why it is that Mercury is a very important planet in astrology, because Mercury rules over imagination and creativity. The houses, like the 5th house, like Leo may represent creativity, right? As far as the things that you have built, but Leo represent, and I'm not knocking Leo, I'm just telling you how all of them actually are accountable and responsible for each other, right? And how they connect. Leo represents something that you create from your own imagination, but Virgo along with Pisces represent that imagination. It represents the idea of now when your work is done, or everything is set in order and automated, and everything is, you're actually put everything in its place, where, because that's one thing that I'm realizing about Virgos too. Like, and all of this is the reading, right? I'm just telling y'all what I'm realizing from experience myself and my own realizations, my own form of even more enlightenment, is that Virgo represents automation, right? Like when things are automated in a sense of like things break down around you because things aren't automatic. They're not automatic. And what I mean when I say they're not automatic, I mean like paying a bill and connecting it to your bank account, right? Or connecting it to an account that has a considerable amount of money in it, while at the same time you're saving or you're accumulating money. So you're accumulating more money than the bills. So what does that mean? It means that because you accumulate more than you withdraw or you spend, naturally you're saving. You understand? And once you pay that bill and that process happens, it's an automatic thing. You don't have to feel so burdened by, oh my gosh, I got to pick up the phone and call these people, or I got to go to the place to, the check cashing place to pay a bill or whatnot, or any of that stuff. You understand? It's literally automated from your cards, your digital accounts and stuff like this. And now that when a Virgo has that amount of time in that space, right, pulling from the Pisces polarity, because Pisces does this too. That's their wheelhouse, as a matter of fact. It's just that we physically take on the burden of that, where we actually have to go fix something. But Pisces represents that creativity and that idea, right? But now that we have that idea, now us as Virgos, we can afford to kind of like our minds wander and be in that Zen space. Because I ain't even gonna lie, like these past couple of days, me being in a Zen space, I'm realizing that Virgos need that space in order to be spiritually high. And I'm not talking about like high as far as like intoxicants. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about high from a perspective of calm, cool, collected. Now we have that space where we can actually think. We're in our heads. We're having self-talk. That's when the creativity and the communication with our own selves, our own inner voice gets to happen. And this is where we start to really thrive, right? Not just physically, but mentally too. So we have a very much so peace of mind. And the thing is that the Knight of Wands is about like, the Knight of Wands is also about like, now since that's the case, this is about how a lot of people want to get up in that. They want to associate themselves with you, because you just, I don't know, like everything is just done. Everything is the hard work that a lot of the Virgos, maybe even financially, and something like this, these big projects that a lot of you Virgos may have taken on, financial projects, or some sort of financial difficulty a lot of you Virgos have learned to get over, and some sort of emotional difficulty as well. And so because of that, the Six of Cups is where a lot of people want to be in your space, right? Particularly could be some of your exes if you got that far. Some of it could be people that could have been exes if you would get to know them longer, right? Potentials that you stopped talking to because they showed you some serious problems that would turn out to be a bigger problem in the future. And then the thing is that the Six of Cups, they're coming back now. But the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands is about, it's not even in a sense of a grudge anymore. It's just that you Virgos just don't care to. Because, again, like, the Virgos are becoming spiritual leaders. Like, a lot of Virgos don't like to be that, in the sense of, a lot of Virgos like to deny that we have a spiritual self. A lot of Virgos do that. But then it impacts so much of our life, because Virgos aren't as physical like Taurus. Taurus is the most physical out of the earth signs, right? Because it's a fixed sign. And then not only that too, but you also deal with fixed earth, which earth in itself is already solid. It's the most solid element. Then you represent fixed, so it's not going anywhere. It's like hard rocks. It's like calcified rocks. It's like diamonds. It's like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So now that, you know, us as Virgos, us being mutable, we can change. So we could be like that dirt clot, right? Where it's like we're hard, but then we can also kind of be grounded up and adapt to end up being like mud or like dirt that is malleable, palatable. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not calling us trashy. I'm saying that we adapt is what I'm saying. And the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands represents us as Virgos now have kind of a new responsibility and a new level of understanding about ourselves, that we don't want to be with someone that we have to do so much work. So now a lot of us are realizing that we got to automate things. And what I mean when I say automated, I mean do the hard work up front, but set things up in a way where it is a system, so that way everything like life doesn't just smack you all in the face, right? Where it just seems like everything. Like for instance, I work out Mondays and Thursdays, and I give space in between. I do cardio, but I also, if I could, you know, I have access to some dumbbells that's up underneath this desk. But like there's a pull-up park right near my place or whatnot. And like I work out Mondays and Thursdays. So it's like setting that schedule for myself where everything is automated. This is what it is that a lot of you Virgos need, because now everything is where it needs to be, and everything in your life actually makes sense, and it's there whenever it's there, on time, in routine, whenever you need it. And that there is a need for a routine, right? So I just see a lot of you Virgos don't want to hang around somebody that can't get with the program, in a sense that they're not interested in actually making things make sense. And that's a terrible thing to tell any earth sign, no matter if it's a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It's for you to not want things to make sense. That will get on the nerves of an earth sign, because things have to make sense in order for things to evolve. If everything is too much chaos, then you have havoc. There's a difference. And a video is going to be coming out about that sometime in the future. I'm slow to getting around it. But there is a difference. There is a difference. That's probably my cat trying to open my door. Successfully doing it, by the way. But there's a difference between chaos and havoc. Chaos is potential and free creativity where it doesn't make sense, but for a time, until it gets formed, until it gets manifested. Havoc is perpetual chaos. There's no order whatsoever. So guess what? If there's no kind of order whatsoever, it's useless, because there's no order whatsoever. If anything there has to be some sort of direction or order for something to get done. If there is no direction or order whatsoever, there is no one direction that it will go or anything, right? So you have the Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords, which is about, so now a lot of you Virgos, as far as dating is concerned, you're really going to be looking out to see not just the questions, but you're adding another layer to it, not from a perspective of like criticism per se, but you're getting wiser as time goes on, Virgo, because now you're judging. Now when you get to know other people, as you're getting to know them, it's not just about the things that you tell me. It is that, but it's also about if your life is automated, in the sense of do the things even in a person's life even make sense to where things don't have to always be hands-on all the time, where you set things up at the beginning where things can be automated? Or is it that you always catching yourself having to be on the hamster wheel of do everything manually yourself because a person is too dysfunctional or lazy to actually set things up for a long-term answer instead of a short-term one, right? Just lying to you and trying to make it seem like they're so decent. So it's going to be very interesting. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Right? Let's clarify the Six of Cups. You have the Five of Wands, the Chariot, the Star, and then you have the Lovers. Yeah, like, again, once again, a lot of people are interested, and a lot of you Virgos just don't, you just don't see things the way that you used to, in a sense of like, why would you want to be with someone that their life is not automated? Like I said, their life is, no matter how much they tell you that they're turning around, they're still not getting the life's lessons, in the sense of you feel tired because you have to constantly manually do everything because of the fact that you don't set things up for long-term perspective. You only set things up for short-term. So what are you doing exactly? And then the thing about it is that you have the Star card, right? The Star and the Lovers is all about, they want to be with that level of geniusness, right? That you have a lot of people who would want to be with your level of like long-term thinking, but you Virgos don't want to be with them. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. We're here at 10,000. We're at 99 and change. Listen, Virgo, smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.